Recording. Hi there, this is Anne-Marie and I'm the broker at McCormack Realty and Renters Choice Homes. We're your real estate choice for Central Florida. We cover Orlando, Davenport and Kissimmee. And today I'm going to talk to you about hurricanes. Hold on to your hats, there's a hurricane coming. And what should you do when one's coming your way? Well, I've lived in Central Florida for many years and I've seen quite a number of hurricanes in my time. And some of them can be quite boring because the anticipation and the build up, and then what actually comes, it's like, what a letdown. And we're glad when there's a letdown because it means that there's not going to be much property damage, if any. It means that the coast is going to take a battering, and before it gets to us, it wears out. But that isn't always the case. So, we're going to talk to you about hurricane prep. So you need to have some hurricane supplies when you live in a home in the Orlando, Kissimmee, or coastal areas of Florida, and particularly down in Key West. You need your hurricane supplies and you need your hurricane evacuation kit. So don't think I'm being dramatic, folks. We all have one who've lived here long term. In your hurricane evacuation kit, you need things like some clean underwear, some baby wipes, some overnight clothes, some toiletries, some pet supplies if you have a pet, food, cat litter, that kind of thing. And you need one of those cages to put your pets in because if you open your car door and you're in the middle of a storm, your pet's likely to bolt. So you need one of those little pet cages to put your pet in. You also need a cooler that you can put some ice packs in, and you can put some food in there that might last you 3 or 4 days. Because if we lose power, then none of the shops are going to be open. And some of them do open and take cash only. So make sure that you have some cash on hand. Put your documents in Ziploc bags. One of the things I learned first of all in Florida was to have all the spare bedding in these big plastic bags with some dryer sheets in between them. And I remember when when one of my family members came to stay with me, was my sister-in-law. She opened my bedding closet and she goes, "Why are all these in bags? What is wrong with you, woman?" And I said, "Well, if a hurricane comes, I don't have to put them all in bags. They're all in bags, so they're not going to get damaged or soaked wet through to begin with." So things like that help save you time. Also have a manual can opener and have some canned food in. Have some books and games, good old fashioned Monopoly and Scrabble are good games to have on hand. An old fashioned radio or an emergency storm radio is always a good thing to have so you can listen to what's going on. And a plan and a safe word. So if the family gets separated for any reason, and if somebody goes to collect your kids from somewhere, they need to have this safe word to tell your kids, something that's just private to you guys, so that they know that they are authorized to pick you up and take you to your family. So watch for those safe words, okay? And if you live in a rented home, make sure that you inform your property manager that you will not be staying during the hurricane, that you will be leaving. Because if that home gets storm damaged and the property manager has to dial 911, the emergency services people need to know if they need to rescue people inside. If there's no one inside, then nobody else needs to risk life and limb trying to save you now, do they? So inform your property manager when you're leaving and inform your property manager when you return. Now, I've said non-perishable food items. A first aid kit, enough bottled water. We've always got bottled water in homes in Florida. We usually have them. But if you're going to be evacuated as well, make sure that you leave at the first sign of evacuation. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in traffic jams. That turnpike gets backed up, I-4 gets backed up. So if you're going to get evacuated, leave at the beginning of the evacuation so that you're not going to get caught up in traffic jams on the road. So now we've talked about your emergency kit. Let's see. Oh, as well, if you're going to ride out the storm and before hurricane season is June through to the end of October. Go outside your property, step back and take a look at it. Have you got any tree limbs hanging over the house? Is there anything outside there that looks like it needs maintenance? Are there any hanging shingles off your roof? Is there any guttering that needs attention? Anything at all that you can see on the outside of your property that may end up becoming a projectile or damaging your home? If it's a managed property, talk to your property manager about it and say, hey, this seems to be a problem. And if we have a hurricane hit, then it's going to cause damage to the home. Get them to take care of it. If you're staying in your home, bring everything indoors. Make sure there's enough room in the garage for your car. Your car could get damaged by projectiles. Projectiles include things like bikes, plant pots, lawn furniture, garden furniture, anything at all. Trampolines. I've seen a trampoline be a projectile. So ensure that you bring everything that you can indoors. Okay? Because if it damages somebody else's property, they could sue you for it. If it damages your property, it's going to cost you a small packet to sort it out. And with hurricanes comes tornadoes as well, spin-off tornadoes. So be on the lookout for hearing a freight train noise during a hurricane, because that means a tornado's coming. And you need to be in a safe place. If you should be indoors for a hurricane, make sure that you have a room in the center of the house somewhere. Mine is my master bedroom closet. If the hurricane's going to get bad and it's coming right at us and the winds are over 80 miles an hour, we go inside my master bedroom closet. All the clothes are turfed out, put in other closets, and in there we have an air mattress, we have a couple of fold out chairs, we have our cooler, our soft drinks, we have our radio, and we have some board games, and we close the closet door and we stay inside. Some people put duct tape on the windows. Well, duct tape is not going to stop hurricane coming into your house. I board my windows up. Some people have hurricane shutters that they can just shut when a hurricanes are coming. And those they're quite expensive, but they are a worthy investment if you own your own home. But we are vulnerable to these disasters, and that's the downside of living in Florida. And if your job says that you cannot leave the state, even though you're being told to mandatory evacuate, then you leave the state. You can always get another job, and your personal safety is way more important than your actual job. Okay, so I think I've gone through everything now about how to prepare your home for a hurricane. Oh, make sure you have hurricane insurance on your policy, and also flood insurance, because some areas flood during a hurricane. So make sure you've got both of those in place. Check with your insurance brokerage and keep your insurance policy handy just in case it's needed. Thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed the video, and leave me a comment. And next time, I think I'll be talking about how to maintain your rental property. So you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.